Comics of 100 years ago, November 28th, 1920. It's Crazy Cat by Harriman. And just to prove that Harriman can draw the same background for every panel, he does so in this one. We are looking at the door to a studio. In the first panel, a dog with very crazy hair and a string tie says, "Crazy, go and get my guitar." "Yes, Professor, I will," says Crazy. In our next panel, Ignatz approaches the door carrying a brick, and he says, "Here I am, properly bricked." And that cat nowhere is around. In our next panel, Ignatz says, "I'll tarry here a while. I am in need of rest." Crazy comes along with the guitar slung over his shoulder. Ignatz says, he approaches. I'll let him pass. Then wham! But into the studio Crazy goes. Large exclamation point over Ignatz's head, as we see in the next panel notes coming through the door. "Gee-many, he's playing," Ignatz says. "And darn sweet music it is too," says Ignatz as the notes continue to come from the door. Now Ignatz's eyes, which are usually just dots, are very large, and the pupils are rolled up to his eyes. "Doggone it, he sure got me going with his melody," says Ignatz. Now Ignatz's eyes are back to normal. He tosses the brick. He says, "Away, brick, away with you. That cat's magic harmony has soothed the savage within me, and the sweet pangs of angelhood suffuse me." And out comes Crazy, carrying the guitar upside down and looking at the bottom of it. "Ah, cat, you have indeed made a dove of the tiger, a lamb of the wolf, doggone ya," says Ignatz. His eyes are great big again. Don Quixote follows the professor that we saw in the first panel out the door and says, "Professor, the guests are all so anxious to have you play just one more piece, just one more. Won't you, Professor?" "Nothing doing. I'm through for the day. Goodbye," says the professor. Zip! Ignatz runs past both Don Quixote and the professor, carrying the brick over his shoulder. One side, he cries. The end.